Hi everyone, it's me Peyton. I'm coming at you from Tennessee this week, and it's Tuesday, so let's talk about drawing a line between network marketing and Christianity. So I have these papers. I had a whole group of them when I started this, I swear. You see all those little papers? Those are all the trainings we've done. I, after this one, have 3 papers left. Where did the year go, y'all? So, let's get into it. So, these are all random draws. I randomly draw a network marketing training, and then I read the next chapter that I have marked in my book. And this week's network marketing training was all about leveling up when you feel stuck. Sorry, my lighting just took a crap. It's fine. But it is about leveling up when you feel stuck, and how it's unavoidable. You get stuck in both business and life often, and it is up to us to expect adversity. And this is big. Feelings versus facts. Feelings are not facts. I'm going to say that again, louder for the people in the back. Feelings are not facts. Situations may be unchangeable, but you can change the way that you react to them. So, things are always going to happen if we are expecting adversity. Life's a lot, and life has distractions that we have to handle, but that's just an excuse to stay stuck. It really is. So if you are still doing the same things you've always done, it may be time to do something new. And start now. Don't wait for things to get better to start. Someone once told me, if you waited till the perfect time to have a baby, no one would have a baby, because it's never the perfect time to have a baby. Who knew? I thought that was something you all planned for. And the comparison game is very dangerous. Comparison is a thief of joy. It really is. So focus on your personal strengths versus someone else's. I had a really hard time with this in the beginning, because I had just had a hemorrhagic stroke, so it was very easy for me to play the comparison game of, oh, well, she's still able to do hair. Oh, well, she's still able to teach on stages. Oh, she's able to fly and board planes. Who cares? I wasn't at the time. Yeah, I did all those things 2 weeks before it happened, but after it happened, guess what? All those things stopped for a while. I still don't do hair. I can fly now. I won't, because of the Nazis in the sky that were demanding that you wear masks in 2020. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And if the Nazis in the sky want to try to tell me what to do, I'm not going to be the reason a plane gets turned around and brought back to a city. So in order to avoid all of that, I just decided it was better not to fly anywhere. It is. For me, it's a personal decision I made. And I compared myself to so many people along the way of that, because I was playing the comparison game, and it stole my joy. So I can speak from experience when I say comparison is the thief of joy. Because when you compare yourself to others, your joy flies out the window. And I had a thing where I compared myself on my day 1 to someone else who was on their day 5,000. That makes zero sense. Like, why? So, let's see. Share your story. You know, your struggle is your story. There's someone out there that is exactly where you used to be, and they are struggling. And if you were to share your story of your struggle and how you came through it, it might help that person come through their struggle as well. So you never know who you're going to help. So share that story on social media. Let's see. And I think this lady loves to leave y'all with challenges as well. So let's take a look in this book. I already did. Spoiler alert, it's dead on. It talks about pillars and how 12 pillars represent the foundation of strength, all relying on each other to uphold my purpose, bearing each other's burdens, that together I have caused to be light. Not one pillar could possibly bear the weight on its own, but all are needed to support the foundation in a different area. So, remember, next time you feel stuck in a situation, that you are one of those pillars that are needed. And that you are not alone in your struggle. You are not alone. First of all, the Lord is always with us. He is with us all the time, every single second. So you are not alone, and He needs all of His pillars to hold the foundation. If one is missing, it's going to get incredibly heavy for the others. So with all of the pillars intact, it is a light burden and a light load. But when one of the pillars is missing, it's shakeable. So when you become unshakable, you are a solid pillar that's going to stand the test of time. And more talk about pillars in the book of Exodus. In Exodus 13, verse 21, he says, "And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night." And Exodus 24, verse 4, "And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and he rose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel." And in Revelation 3, verse 12, it talks about pillars. It says, "He who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more. I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my God, and I will write on him my new name. And this chapter is ended. It says, thank you for what you've done. I see you, and I see what you're going to do. Love and teach love, and you will see the transformation and abundance in people. And that ties back to embracing the idea of bringing light to others and sharing your story on social media, because your struggle is your story. And in Acts 14, verse 3, it says, therefore they stayed there a long time, speaking boldly in the Lord, who was bearing witness to the word of his grace, granting signs and wonders to be done by their hands. Let me ask y'all, do y'all not think, because it says in the Bible, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, right? Do y'all not think that God's just waiting to do signs and wonders with the work of our hands? Because he is. He's right there waiting. And when we choose to do that and spread his light amongst others, we're shining light that illuminates, and nothing can hide in light. No darkness can exist when there is light. So, define why you live, and remind yourself all the time, like, I don't just live to pick up my dog's poo or feed him or whatever. I live for others. I live for God. And it's a different lifestyle. But remind yourself daily why you're here. And expect those distractions, all right? And the faster we overcome the distractions, we will be able to uplift others and throw a hand down to them and bring them up through those distractions as well. And don't forget to bless others in your mess. Okay? When I was going through some stuff last month, I kept hearing from the Lord to bless others in the mess. And so I just kept doing the things for my team and my customers that I'd always done, and I was trying to bless them. And turns out it worked. I got blessed in the meantime. So, and the last thing is, like, make a power song playlist. Like, there are some songs out there that I love listening to just because I know that they are always going to just get me fired up. And so make a playlist, define your why, and remind yourself all the time. Expect distractions and bless others in this mess. And you'll see that your adversities are opportunities for your growth. It's not punishment. It is preparation. And when you define your purpose, you overcome those distractions faster, and that enables you to uplift others. And share your struggles, even on hard days, especially on hard days. Like, social media has always been such a highlight reel of what's going great in people's lives. It would be so refreshing. I absolutely love it when someone shows up on social media and they're like, today sucks. Let me tell you why. And they list all the things that have gone wrong. And it just shows me that they're real. They're a real person. They have real problems and distractions and adversities. And, you know, when you show that you are human to others, it triggers something in them to say, oh, that might be my person. Oh, we should be friends. And then last but not least, definitely not least, is be a friend. Be a friend above all things. Like, God did not put us here to be mean to each other. He just didn't. He put us here to learn from each other, grow, and using our strengths. They may be someone else's weakness. So, finding those strengths in each other and finding your weaknesses and where you fit in is one of the best feelings. So, make your playlist, share your struggle, connect with people, and expect those distractions. They're just time for you to take a step back and grow a little bit. How are you going to react to this? Is it going to be the same as the last 200 times you've reacted? Or is it going to be a little bit different? Because we are in control of how we react. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next week, okay?